So let's start.
Hey there,
Okay, fine.
Abdullah. Good to have you
Okay, co-pilot. So
back.
my first question from you is what does global economy mean? Give me long and detailed answer.
Hey, Abdullah. Welcome back. Sounds like you're in a bit of a musical mood there. What's on your mind today?
Co-pilot, my first question from you is what
So, Abdullah, the global economy in 2025 is basically a bit of a mixed bag. It's projected to grow around 2.5 to 3.3% certainty because risks. But there's also some optimism thanks to stuff like new policies and tech advancements. So it's kind of a balancing act.
give me long and detailed answer.
Absolutely. Happy to dive in anytime. If there's anything else buzzing around in your mind, let's hear it.
Mind.
Okay, ChatGPT. So my first question from you is what does global economy mean? Give me long and
Absolutely. I'm here. Sure. All right. Just let me know what you need and I'll do my best to help out.
hello ChatGPT. So my first question from you is what does global economy mean? Give me long and detailed answer.
Absolutely. So the global economy refers to these trade and financial systems that cross national borders. This means that events in one country can influence economies in other countries. It includes aspects like international trade, investment flows, currency exchange rates, global supply chains, and economic policies from different nations. Over time, it's been transportation. This interconnectedness means that economic trends, crises, and growth in one well. Yeah.
Okay, okay, ChatGPT. So my next question from you is why do
You're
countries trade with each other? Give me long and detailed answer.
Absolutely. So countries engage in trade with each other for a variety of reasons. One of the main reasons is size. This means that countries can produce what they are best at and trade for what they are less efficient at producing. This leads to a more efficient allocation of resources globally and allows countries to enjoy a wider variety of good growth by opening up markets, obviously, such as raw materials or advanced technologies. On a geopolitical level, relationships and promotes a fundamental component of the global economy, driving growth, efficiency, and cooperation among nations. If you want more details or specific examples, just let me know.
Okay, ChatGPT. So my next question from you is how do import and export affect an economy? Give me long and detailed answer.
Of course, imports and exports play a pivotal role in shaping an economy. When we look at exports, they involve selling domestically produced goods and services to creating jobs and generating income. Exports also help improve a country's balance of trade, which is the difference between exports and imports. A positive balance of trade or a trade surplus can strengthen a nation's currency and increase national wealth. On the other hand, imports involve bringing goods and services domestic selling its own. This can sometimes put pressure on a country's currency and affect its economic stability. In addition, imports and exports can shape industries within a country. For instance, exporting can lead to the growth of industries, while imports can sometimes challenge local businesses to innovate. Is crucial for economic health. It influences GDP, employment, and currency value, and overall economic stability. Countries often develop policies to encourage managing imports to maintain a healthy economic environment.
Okay, ChatGPT. So my next question
You're
from
welcome. If you have any more questions or need further clarification, just let me know. I'm happy to help.
how does inflation affect a daily life? Give me long and detailed answer.
Absolutely. The effects of globalization on the economy are vast and multifaceted. On one hand, globalization has led to increased economic growth by opening up markets, encouraging competition, and facilitating the exchange of technology and knowledge. This has allowed countries to specialize in industries where they advantage, leading to more losses in certain sectors. It can also contribute to income inequality, as the benefit and transportation can lead to greater carbon emissions and resource depletion. On the flip side, globalization can also help spread sustainable technologies and best practices. Overall, globalization complex. The impact often depends on the specific context of each. I'd like to dive deeper into any particular aspect. Just let me know.
Okay, ChatGPT. So my next question from you is why do some countries
You're very
grow
welcome.
fast?
If you have any more questions in the future, just give me. Absolutely. Got it. Whenever you're ready or have more questions, just let me know. I'm here to help anytime.
ChatGPT, my question is why do some countries grow faster than others? Give me long and detailed answer.
Absolutely. The phenomenon of some countries growing faster than others is influenced by a range of effects. One major factor is economic policies, containing stable inflation, encouraging investment, and promoting entrepreneurship tend to grow more rapidly. Another significant factor is human capital. Build them. Infrastructure is also key. Well-developed infrastructure like transportation networks, energy supply, and it's easier for. Additionally, technological advancement plays a huge role. Countries that innovate and adopt new driving rapid growth. Trade policy engage in international trade can benefit from access to larger markets and diverse resources. On the flip side, some countries may face challenges like political instability, which can. So if you want more detailed examples or specific case studies, feel free to ask.
Okay, ChatGPT. So my next question from you is what is GDP and why it is important? Give me long and detailed answer.
Absolutely. GDP, or gross domestic product, is one of the most widely used measures of a country's economic performance. It represents the total monetary value of all final goods and services produced within a country's borders over a specific period, usually or a quarter. GDP is a data of a country's economic health. A growing GDP generally signals a healthy, expanding economy, while a shrinking GDP can indicate economic troubles. Second, GDP is used to compare the economic performance of different countries. By looking at GDP figures, we can get a sense of which using nominal GDP, which is GDP divided by the population, is often used as an indicator of the standard of living. Higher GDP per capita generally means a higher standard of living and better quality of life for citizens. Finally, GDP data is crucial for investors. It provides insights into the economic environment of a country, helping them makers, businesses, and investors alike. If you need more details or examples, just let me know.
Okay, ChatGPT. So my next question from you is how does unemployment impact an economy? Give me long and detailed answer.
Absolutely. So, inclement weather, which includes extreme conditions like heavy rainfall, storms, hurricanes, droughts, or extreme economy. For instance, hurricanes or floods can destroy roads, bridges, power lines, and buildings, leading to costly repairs and disruptions in transportation and communication. This not only affects businesses directly, but can also disrupt supply chains, goods and services. Droughts, floods, and extreme temperatures can damage crops, reduce yields, and lead to food shortages. This not only affects farmers' incomes, but can also lead to high food prices, which can increase inflation impact. Third, extreme weather events can disrupt. Hurricanes can damage oil rigs or refineries, and extreme cold can increase energy demand. This can lead to higher energy prices and potential energy shortages affecting both households. And within visiting certain regions, legal extreme heat can reduce workers' efficiency and increase the likelihood of heat-related illnesses. This can lead to decreased output and increased costs for businesses. Lastly, there's the broader economic impact on insurance and financial market events can lead to higher insurance premium prone to natural disasters. In summary, inclement weather can have multifaceted impacts on the economy, transport and agriculture, to energy, tourism, labor productivity, and financial stability. Managing these impacts, planning resilient infrastructure, and
Okay, ChatGPT. So my next question from you is what role the two banks and play with the economy? Give me long and detailed answer.
absolutely. Banks play a crucial role in the economy through several key functions. Firstly, banks act as financial intermediaries. They take deposits from individuals and businesses and then lend those funds to borrowers. This process helps to channel money from, say, business to expanding our fuel for economic growth. As it fuels central to the payment system, they provide the infrastructure that checking accounts, electronic transfers, or credit and consumers. Monetary policy, central work through commercial banks to influence the money supply and interest rates by adjusting these central banks can control inflation, stabilize the currency, and encourage or slow down economic growth as needed. Fourth, banks contribute to financial stability by managing risks through diversification of asset, prevail finance. Fifth, banks support innovation and business. Six, banks and financial advice to help individuals and institutions. Banks are foundational to economic stability and growth. They facilitate the future monetary policy in and help maintain financial stability. If you like to explain
Okay, ChatGPT. So my next question from you is how does government spending affect on the economy? Give me long and detailed answer.
absolutely, government spending has a profound impact on an economy in multiple ways. Firstly, government spending infrastructure such as run stimulates demand for materials and services. This not only boosts employment but also has a multiplier effect where the initial spending leads to further economic activity. Secondly, government spending can help stabilize the economy during economic downturn. Increased strategy known as fiscal stimulus. This can help mitigate recessions in services like education, healthcare, improves the overall economy, a healthier than to long-term economic growth. Fourth, government spending and also address market the filling these gaps. Government spending ensures that essential services and infrastructure are available. Government spending can equitable economy. Lastly, government spending can drive innovation and research. Investments in scientific research and technology development can lead to breakthroughs that benefit the entire economy, fostering long-term growth and exit growth and stabilizes the economy in the short term, but also lays the foundation for sustainable long-term. If you'd like to dive deeper into any specific area, I mean,
So this was पहले मैं नहीं होती मैंने बाद में करूँगा अभी मैं